All right, so I watched a video last night that really got me very emotional. And somehow that feeling has stuck the whole of the night and even up to this moment. The video kept playing in my head and it kept just stirring some kind of emotions in me. It's not a movie, it's not a film, okay? It's a video, one of the video clips from the DTH, that's De9jaspirit Spirit Talent Hunt, okay? That is ongoing, all right? And I'm going to attach that video here for you to watch, because this video really took me back. It really took me back to when we were really living life and had purpose, where we were living in our realities, where we were not pursuing illusions and kind of and some illusions. It's a video that that really brought back memories of our childhood. Okay, where when we were really living, where the community had meaning. Okay, where children we really connected as children, and we really lived a life. We didn't have the luxury of technology and social media, but and our screens were really safe for kids. Where TV programs really had meanings, and they were really made to kind of educate people and they were suitable. There was no need for PG warnings and stuff because most of those videos were really safe. And that was the characteristics of most of the videos we watched growing up. It's this video I'm talking about was about a young guy who, and for some reasons, I really love the team. I don't know if it's the team of this season of DTH, but it's kind of everything about the videos I watched in this current edition has to do with taking us back to our past. And I think this is a deliberate thing, and I love it because it's really kind of taking us back and reminding us of the little things that really mattered, the things that really had value that right now we don't seem to pay attention to anymore. Those times where there was real connection between people. Okay, there was really connection between people where love was genuine, and you could see it where you didn't have enough, too so much to give out in terms of material things, but love had meaning. And when you are involved with somebody, I don't know if you guys can still remember this time where you had this girlfriend and probably you guys met somewhere and you walked her to their house, and and she's still walking you back home. It's like you guys were going up and down and stuff like that. You didn't have anything to give. You understand? There was no vehicle for you to drop her. There was nothing, but just the little things you do. Sometimes even the small. If you were a hunter or you set traps, then you are not ashamed of it. That bush meat you give to that girl meant a lot. And she goes to the farm sometimes. She get one or two things and then bring for you. There was real support. There was real value in relationships. There was really real value in love. There were real value in connections. Right now we have a lot of things that one will think make most of these things easy, but in the real sense, these things are kind of creating illusions, creating gaps, digging holes, creating vacuums and separating us, even when physically we seems to be together. For example, social media is supposed to connect. The illusion is that social media connects people together and make you build friendships and relationships and stuff. But when you look at it, social media does, first of all, takes away values. It kind of creates an illusion of connections, but there is separation. That is why you can be with someone in the house, or you can be friends with someone on social media, but there's no real connection. I don't know if you understand what I mean. There was no phone. Sometimes you had to send someone to travel a distance to deliver a message. Sometimes it could be letter or verbal message, but there was real connection. There was real connection, not powered by technology, but powered by genuine love, by affection, by nature. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Where children, look at it right now, we enjoyed our childhood playing in the rain, playing in the gutters, doing this hunting stuff, this fighting and stuff like that. These things have gradually been taken away from our children. Children don't enjoy their childhood anymore. Children becomes adult at a very young age, and even when they are not adult, they are caged. You see people living in so-called in bounded bordered areas, so-called flats, estate with fence and gate. They're not able to connect to people outside, and it's you have parents who drop their children in school, pick them up. The children only interact during school hours, and sometimes they don't really build good connections. You know what I mean? Then children go to school, some of them walk some distance with their friends, those that have cycle together, they go out, they go to school, and on the way back they are having conversations, they are playing, and they build. And that is why, if you look at it very well, people who grow up in the 80s have real friends, childhood, where someone can tell you, this is my childhood friend. I have 3, 4, 5 childhood friends. But now, children of these days, this is not so. It is difficult to maintain relationship. Even when we have phones, we have social medias, we have a lot of technology powered platforms that would have made us connect easily and keep that connection. But it's not really happening. You go out sit out, then you see people talking, shouting, playing, and doing things. But now everybody is in their phones. Everybody's, as a matter of fact, like yesterday, for example, myself and my wife, we took one of our boys to see the GP, and while we were waiting, somehow the thing just rang in my head because she was on her phone. I was on my phone while waiting to be called in and be seen by the GP. There is this there is no real connection anymore. Everything has become virtual. Just like we have this virtual platform like Facebook where you connect virtually, even when you are physically around each other, that deep connection is no longer there. Love has lost its meaning, friendship has lost its meanings, relationship has been redefined, a lot of things have gone wrong. And after watching that video yesterday, something in me start craving, something in me is crying, take me back, take me back, take me back. I want to go back. And sincerely, I really want to go back to those days. Honestly, I really, really would love to go back to those days where friendship was genuine, relationships were real, love had a meaning. When someone say I love you, you could see it without anybody having to jump, catch a bullet for you, fly over mountains and seas to prove it. You could see it in the little things, and they meant it. And they really did mean it. And that was when you see that two people will be in love and they will fight for that love, irrespective of what the parents say or think, because they know the connection is deep. And even when the parents support that relationship, they know it is really, really deep. It is, it's real. One is not there as a predator to feast on the other. No one is there for what they can benefit in terms of material things, and stuff like that. So those things were real, So I have lost. So I really, really, really want to go back. Honestly, I wish we could turn back the hand of time. And I really wish we can sit back and think again. I think for some reason, because of that video I watched yesterday, I'm going to follow this edition of the DTH to the end. I really want to enjoy it. I watch things where even the young man that came to play sax and stuff. There are a lot of things that are calling, that are crying and kind of calling our attention, telling us how far we have left real life, and we are now in a bubble. We are now, I don't know, I don't know what I want to call it. This is like a virtual reality playing in real time. We have lost values in things that matters. We are not living life as it were. What we are doing is pursuing illusions. We are not looking at the things that matters. Now the craving to drive the best car, the craving to show off, to feel among and stuff. I don't know. Seriously, it's kind of. I'm trying so hard to control my emotions, honestly, because I can't explain how I feel inside. But this video is getting too long. But just watch this video. Just watch this video I'm talking about and tell me how you feel watching that video. Tell me what childhood memory this video had brought back, or what really came to your mind? What value do you think we have left behind? What are those things are we losing touch with? Are we really losing it in life, or am I just dwelling in the past or something? Just watch that video and tell me what you think.
Morning, Headmaster. We're happy to see you. God bless you. Amen.
Today's English class. Sorry, kids, I said English. History. Today's history class is nostalgia 80s and 90s. The day Sam cracked our ribs till we went local, photos, some were still in black and white. In my house, we didn't have a color TV, but we could still tell a vision. We beat our hands on our chest and say that one day our stories will become super stories, that our tales will be told by moonlight. Do you remember the days for compound when drama been the bust brain? Oh, bitchy, bitchy, bitchy. Oh, bitchy, bitchy, bitchy. The day Papa Jasco will drag boy Alinko and make sure he was not living in bondage. Do you remember? Bah, bro. Now me first shoot you. No, now me first shoot you. The days boys played police and thief. We hid behind trees and walls after playing mommy and daddy. The days I walked you home, you walked me back to my home. I walked you, we walked us. Loyalty was a 10, a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Do you remember? Oh, it was the high life. We felt like kings. Axoni, I did for you, you did for me. Do you remember the days Michael Jackson used to beat it in life regardless of any human nature? Ow! Kids like Oswoko had patience. Do you remember Aki and Popo? I kid you not, Popo was a kind of fruit. See, I could go on and on and on about the days past, but let me bring you down to today's lesson. Tomorrow we will become the history of today. What legacy are we leaving behind? What legacy are we leaving behind?